Finding success in life is a journey. Whatever road you're on, take the next step at Trinity Valley Community College. Whether you want to get new job skills, work toward a degree, or just take classes for fun, TVCC can design a plan just for you. One of the highest rated two-year colleges in America by the Aspen Institute and Smart Asset, TVCC in Athens, Kaufman, Palestine, and Terrell delivers a quality, affordable education, and financial aid is available. Visit tvcc.edu for more information.
Cardinal Broadcasting Network brings you this special presentation.
Welcome to the Cardinal Sports Network's presentation of basketball at Trinity Valley Community College. We are coming to you live from Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym, where tonight the Lady Cardinals will play host to the Panola College Phillies in a Region 14 Conference women's basketball game. The Lady Cardinals come into tonight's game 13-2 on the season, 5-0 in conference play. Panola is 12-3 on the season and 3-2 in conference play. The Lady Cardinals are going for an 86th straight conference home win, a home win for the Lady Cardinals. They've won 85 straight here at Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym. The Lady Cardinals are coming into tonight's game having defeated Bossier Parish here Saturday afternoon in the first of a three-game homestand. The Lady Cardinals winning that game by a score of 85-60. Of course, they came back from the holiday break, going on the road to beat Arkansas Baptist in a non-conference game, winning 76-69. This has been a series that's been very favorable to the Lady Cardinals through the years. You have to go all the way back, I think, to 2005 until the last time Panola defeated the Lady Cardinals in a Region 14 Conference basketball contest. We will take a look at the standings going into tonight's game. As I'm Benny Rogers, the Sports Information Officer here at the college. I'm joined, like always, by Tim Howard, the News and Sports Director at KCKL 95.9 FM. And as you see the standings, you will note that the Lady Cardinals are the only undefeated team, Tim, in conference play going into action tonight. And, of course, they've got Tyler right on their heels at 4-1, but Panola's sitting there at 3-2 in conference play.
Be interesting to see how the Cardinals come out tonight and try to put some distance between them and Panola. As, like you said, they're perfect in conference play, 5-0, and 13-2 overall. And a lot of high expectations, as always, for this Lady Cardinal squad.
Now, the Lady Cardinals fell out of the national rankings this week, folks. It's not because of anything they did on the court. I think it was a clerical error, a bookkeeping error on the Lady Cardinals' part, not maybe getting some information in. So when you don't get that information in, you're not considered for the top 25. But rest easy, they will be back in the top 25 as long as that is taken care of, and we suspect that it will be. As we look at other games going on tonight, we've got Jacksonville at Angelina. Blinn is at Coastal Bend. Paris is at Tyler, and of course, Bossier Parish is at Kilgore. So a full slate of women's games in Region 14 tonight as teams are trying to get back into the groove, Tim, after the holiday break.
Yeah, we mentioned the other night with the first game back from the guys, 4 games in 8 days, and a lot of these teams really trying to get back in the groove as well.
This is an important stretch for the Lady Cardinals. As I mentioned, this is the first of 3 straight home games. They will be at home against Saturday against Angelina in a 2 p.m. tip-off in a game we will also have for you here on the Cardinal Sports Network. As a matter of fact, folks, we're very excited about this. I know, Tim, you are as well. every home game the rest of the way will be on the Cardinal Sports Network.
A lot of good hoops going to be making their way across the Cardinal Sports Network, and plenty of great action here at Trinity Valley Leon Spencer Court. So get on out here if you're at all possible. Be here in person, but if you can't, certainly take advantage of it on the Cardinal Sports Network.
As we look at this Panola team, we see a team that I mentioned is 12-3 on the season. They've won 4 straight after having dropped back-to-back conference games. They've defeated Coastal Bend, Louisiana College JV, Baton Rouge in succession. Those were all non-conference games. And then they defeated Coastal Bend, I should say, was a conference game, but then they defeated LSU Unis coming into tonight's game in another non-conference game. So Coach Eddie Kite in his 3rd year at Panola College has scheduled some non-conference games there to keep them having so much downtime after the holiday break.
And that's really a challenge. You know, it's all about repetition and staying in sync, if you will, keeping the shots and having not just a simulation but real-time action. So I think that'll prove huge dividends down the stretch.
Ordinarily, the crowd might be a little thin tonight as our students haven't come back, and so our support groups like the band and the Cardettes. The cheerleaders are back, however. They'll be here in attendance tonight. But I do notice that we got the Marks Mill Youth Group that always performs at a couple of half times each year that will be performing during halftime of this women's game, and they will bring a big crowd with them tonight, as always, as those parents and grandparents want to be here to see those kids perform.
And they are geared up. I ran into a couple of them out in the foyer, and they wanted to talk about their routine. So they're ready to go, and they're always a lot of fun just to see them put it all together.
Tim, I mentioned that the Lady Cardinals have won 85 straight here at home. And, of course, Saturday's game against Bossier Parish, 85-60 win, was the 85th straight game. And that streak began back on January 13th in 2010. So that streak is almost 7 years old.
You never want to take it for granted, but my goodness, 7 years. Think of how many games, how many hoops have happened on this floor in the past 7 years. And Trinity Valley Lady Cardinals haven't lost since then. So amazing.
I was studying the streak earlier, and as you go back on it, you look back to last year against Panola, let's go back those since the streak started. Against Panola, here have been the margins of victory. 19 last year. Year before that was 34. Year before that was 65. That's the night that Shalante Allen set the singles game scoring record with 52 points. The year before that, it was 33. The year before that, it was 25. And the year before that, it was 59. So it's been a lopsided series, but I got to tell you, this team that Coach Eddie Kite brings in here tonight, while they may not be as talented as the Lady Cardinals are, they really work hard. They're very fundamentally sound, and I think this will be a far more competitive game than a lot of those games were.
Well, I agree with you there. I always go back to the media day, conference media day, and over the last 3, 4, 5 years, it seems like it's always a lot of the same from the opposition of coaches. It's going to be Trinity Valley Lady Cards up top. We're going to compete well, but make no mistake, every one of them on that locker board, whiteboard, they want a W here. They want to knock them off the streak. Now it's going to take a perfect game to get it done, but they've earned that respect. Trinity Valley Lady Cardinals have definitely earned the respect.
Well, they have, and it's interesting. If the Lady Cardinals get through this one tonight, Tim, they'll have Angelina here Saturday. And you may recall that last year Angelina beat the Lady Cardinals in Lufkin to end the Lady Cardinals with a 73-74 game conference winning streak.
Wow. Yeah, that is going to be a big one. And make no mistake, they would love to come in here and say, hey, 2 in a row plus we end the streak. That would be monumental for them, and I think they've had their eyes on that for some time.
But first, there's the issue of Panola taking care of here tonight. And like I said, I think this will be a competitive game. It'll be interesting to see. The Lady Cardinals typically here at Cardinal Gym get off to fast starts and kind of beat the wheel out of the other team and then just kind of cruise the rest of the way. I know we saw that here Saturday against Bossier Parish. It'll be interesting to see if that follows trend here tonight.
If they can put their foot on the neck of them and really, like you said, crush the spirit out of them, that is always the big challenge. If you can get a team down and make them play from behind, it just puts all the pressure on them.
Naomi Davenport's playing at a high level for the Lady Cardinals, which is no surprise. She was a first-team All-American last year, the 6' sophomore out of Cincinnati, Ohio. In the 2 games back since the break, she's scored 29 and 23 points. So she's averaging about, 25 points a game since the holiday break.
Yeah, and that's saying something. I mean, we talked about all that time off, nearly a month away, and just to step back up, and that's a real special talent there in Naomi Davenport.
Yeah, Coach Gerald Ewing will quickly tell you that she's the best player in the country, and she certainly played like it since they have returned from the holiday break. As we see the Blinn College men's team making its way into the gym, they will be playing the Cardinals in the second half of tonight's doubleheader, and we will also have that game for you here on the Cardinal Sports Network. Of course, the Cardinals are coming off a really clutch road win Monday night at Lee College, a tough place to win. The Cardinals won by a count of 88-80.
Yeah, it's always a tough one out there, and getting back to that, lots of time to prove themselves here over the next 3 to 4 days as tough teams in and out.
The Phillies come into tonight's game, Tim. They're not having trouble scoring points. They're averaging 81.7 points a game, which is a pretty high-octane offense there, and they're giving up 51.7. The Lady Cardinals are averaging 79.0, and I dare say, and this is no disrespect to Panola, they played a tougher non-conference schedule when you got people like Chipola on there, Odessa, Midland, Iowa Western. But that doesn't matter, and they're averaging giving up 51.1 points a game. So defensively, both teams are pretty equal there.
Yeah, about a half a point difference there, and a two-pointer on the putout. It could be a fun one here tonight at Leon Spencer Court.
The Phillies are shooting 45.7 from the floor, 36% from the three-point stripe, and 67.9 from the free throw line. The Lady Cardinals are shooting 43.8 from the field goal, 36.1 from three-point range, and 70.9 from the free throw line.
It'll come down, I believe, to getting out to that, like you said, the quick start, and then just making free throws. I mean, we talk about, giving points away. If you go up and knock down those free throws, man, you can put things out of kilter real quick.
I mentioned Eddie Kite is the coach at Panola. He's in his third year at Panola. Of course, he spent 11 seasons prior to that at Connors State in Oklahoma, carrying Connors State to the 2009 national tournament. I think they went 30-5 that year at that national tournament. The Lady Cardinals were also at that national tournament. Gerald Ewing's in his third year also as head coach as the Lady Cardinals, his fifth year overall at the college. In his first two seasons as head coach, he's 63-8 and led the Lady Cardinals to a third-place national finish and the second-place national finish. And oh, by the way, he was an assistant coach on the 13 and 14 teams that won the national championships.
Not a bad little resume.
Not a bad little resume. And we're about ready to turn it over to Harold Jones, the public address announcer here at the Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym, for the pregame announcements and the starting lineups and the national anthem.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Leon Spencer Court at the Cardinal Gym for tonight's game featuring the Panola Phillies and your Trinity Valley Lady Cards. The National Junior College Athletic Association, Region 14, and TVCC promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Negative comments or actions will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the facility. TVCC thanks you for your cooperation. At this time, would you please stand, and all gentlemen, please remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem.
We will have the introduction of the starting lineup for tonight's game.
And now the starting lineup for the Phillies. From Austin, Texas, number 3, Charlene Perry.
Perry's averaging 10.4
From Nigeria,
points a
number
game, has
5,
33
Patience
pointers.
Ope.
Ope is averaging 12.7
From
points a
Brazil,
game.
number 11, Stephanie Lorenzo.
Lorenzo is averaging 9.7 points a game.
From Pittsburgh, Texas, number 12, Denasia Watson.
Watson's out of Pittsburgh, Texas.
And from Belarus, number 44, Ekaterina Karshevskaya. Head coach of the Phillies, Eddie Kite. Assistant coach, Nalani Hernandez.
Now we'll have the starting lineup for the Lady Cardinals.
And now the starting lineup for your Lady Cards. A 6-foot sophomore from Cincinnati, Ohio, number 5, Naomi Davenport.
Naomi's averaging 8.3 points, and she has hit 49 three-pointers.
A 5'5" sophomore from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, number 11, Shaquila Fowler.
Shaquila Fowler, transfer from Illinois State, is averaging 8.3 points, 3.6 assists.
A
and she's got
6'1"
15
sophomore from
three-pointers.
Detroit, Michigan, number 15, Malaysia McHenry.
Malaysia's averaging 7.6 points and 5.6 rebounds.
A 5'10" sophomore from Salt Lake City, Utah, number 22, Dominic Mills.
Dominic Mills is a transfer from Salt Lake.
And a 6'1"
Community College, along
sophomore
with
from
her
Detroit,
twin sister,
Michigan,
Monique.
number 23, Leah Mathis.
Dominic played on the Lady Cardinal volleyball team. Leah
Head
Mathis
coach of your
is
Lady
averaging
Cards is
10.3
Gerald Ewing.
points,
Assistant
6.7
coaches Latoya
rebounds.
Howe
She's hit
and
15
Bianca
three-pointers,
McGee.
and she's averaging about 2 blocks a game. And a matter of fact, against Bossier Parish, I had her with 4 this past Saturday. So, Tim, we are set for this one here tonight. It'll be interesting to see, as we mentioned earlier, will the Lady Cardinals get off to that traditional and typical fast start here at Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym.
Very important that they do so. Get this crowd in the game. Let them give those youngsters something to cheer about, and really take advantage of this home court advantage.
It's great to have you with us here on the Cardinal Sports Network. As we mentioned earlier, we will have every home men's and women's game for you now the rest of the way, and there'll be a couple of men's road games that Tim Howard will have for you on kcklfm.com, and we'll touch on those a little bit later in the webcast tonight. Leah Mathis will jump center for the Lady Cardinals, and Karshevskaya will jump for the Panola Phillies, and the tip is controlled by the Lady Cardinals. Shaquila Fowler getting the start tonight at the point. She and Crystal Lyons are interchangeable at that slot. Had a little palming the ball, so that's going to be a turnover charge to the Lady Cardinals.
I think her eyes got as big as saucers there because they both went. The
floor
seats
opened
parted.
up, didn't it?
Yeah.
It sure did. Lady Cardinals in their traditional press defense here. Davenport working in the backcourt along with Fowler. Fowler working against Ope.
Nice
And there's a
steal.
turnover. Lady Cardinals on the run. Fowler gives it up to McHenry. McHenry with the jumper. No good. Rebound controlled by Mills. Mills puts it up. No good. Rebound controlled by McHenry. McHenry looking for an outlet. Gets it to Mathis, and the Lady Cards will reset. 3 opportunities there.
Well, that's great.
Fowler with the jumper, no good. Rebound is controlled by the Phillies. So the Phillies come away pretty good in that exchange. Lady Cardinals got 4 shots on that trip and no points to show for it.
Yeah, I was just about to say they're controlling the boards, and that bodes well, but don't get points out of it.
That's going to be a held ball, and that possession on the alternating possession will stay with the Phillies.
Good footwork there, though, by Fowler. She just couldn't get around her, and great quickness.
Of course, any team that comes into Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym, as Naomi Davenport comes away with a steal, but she turns it over. The goal is always to keep it, to make it a low-scoring game and try to be in it when the 4th quarter rolls around.
Yeah, absolutely, and scoreless here in the first portion.
And so far, the Phillies are winning from the standpoint of they've kept the Lady Cardinals getting off to that fast start.
Right, absolutely. want to keep Trinity Valley down, if you will.
Shot from down low is no good. Rebound is knocked out. No, she controls it. Shot is up, no good. Rebound is controlled by the smallest player on the floor, Shaquila Fowler. She outlets to Mills. Mills lays it up and is going to lay it up.
Wow.
It's going to be fouled instead.
No foul.
No foul called on it. A lot of contact, no foul.
I think they called it. They call it jump ball now. Oh, inadvertent whistle. I think I heard.
Inadvertent whistle was the call. I didn't hear the explanation.
I was listening in down here, just barely caught. Inadvertent whistle. So.
The ball does stay with the Lady Cardinals. Shot clock full allotment. Oh, nice pass from Fowler to McHenry. McHenry wasn't ready to receive, and the ball says out of bounds. And that's 3 turnovers real quick for the Lady Cardinals, Tim.
Well, that was such great vision, though. And if she catches that clean, it's an easy layup.
And that really describes Fowler. She really has great court presence and know where her teammate's supposed to be.
Absolutely.
Nonetheless, this is the kind of start that the Phillies would hope to have here at Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym. Shot is up, no good. Rebound controlled by Davenport. Lady Cardinals on the run. Outlet pass goes to Mills. Mills lays it up, and she's stripped away. Nice play that time by Watson.
Yeah, Denisha Watson hustling back. Thought there's no chance originally, but got back and got a hand in. Not only slowed it down, but gives the whole team a chance to get back.
The Phillies have really come into this game very focused. And there's another turnover. 4 turnovers now for the Lady Cardinals early here in this first quarter.
They got to clean that up and kind of get some.
Got a held ball, and this one will go to the Lady Cardinals. There's a great job that time by Naomi Davenport of reaching in, getting a hand on the ball.
Yeah, showed a lot of ball out front.
Now I think they're saying the ball is going to go with the Phillies. I guess this was a held ball down here on the inadvertent whistle.
So they now will get that corrected on the board, I think.
And Gerald Ewing is asking for an explanation. I believe that's what he was told. I'm not sure he's buying it, but that's what he was told.
He's selling. Gerald's not buying, but he's selling.
3-pointer on the way. It's good. No, it's a 2-pointer nonetheless. Bersano. So the Phillies take the initial lead, 2-0. Fowler on the drive, gives it up to McHenry underneath. McHenry lays it up, wild shot, no good. Rebound's controlled by Davenport, and she travels, and there's 5 turnovers now for the Lady Cardinals here in this first less than 3 minutes of the game, Tim.
Boy, uncharacteristic play from the Lady Cards here, and they're going to change things up a little bit here. Get some different folks into the scheme.
Yeah, I would think that G would start working on his rotation here now with the start being less than what he had hoped for. 3-pointer on the way is no good. Rebound controlled by Mathis. Lady Cardinals on the run again. Mathis gives it up to McHenry, and there is 6 turnovers now for the Lady Cardinals in still less than 3 minutes. Very un-Lady Cardinal-like.
Yeah, the first 2 minutes and 44 seconds, 6 turnovers. So shaking it up a little bit. Going to bring in Cristela.
Yeah, you got to find that stride. You got to find your stride. Panola's going to come here and not make it easy on you, so you've got to make your mind up that it's going to be a struggle until you can do something about it. Lady Cardinals with full court pressure. You have Crystal Alliance and Shaquila Fowler both on the floor together, and that's a lot more offensive firepower out there. And there's quickly a steal, and Fowler runs the floor. Lady Cardinals have had several breaks already and thrown it away. This time it goes to Lyons, and Lyons puts it up and in. The Lady Cardinals score their first point at the 7-minute mark.
Crystal Alliance makes the most of it early.
McHenry thought she had a block, but they're going to say she caught her upside the head. So they're going to call it on Leah Mathis from behind. My bad.
I think you got a pretty good visual there of Coach Ewing showing straight up and down. Go, don't bend, don't reach.
Watch them with the free throw. Can't get it to fall. They come in shooting, Tim, 67.9% from the free throw line.
That's kind of what we were talking about earlier. Those points are huge, especially down the stretch when you need a basket and your legs are worn out and you think about, man, we missed 5, 6, 7 free throws. several possessions of a ball game right there.
So the Lady Cardinals looking to fight back from a 3-2 deficit here early in the contest. But the thing about it is the Lady Cardinals have been able to run the floor. They just haven't been able to convert, and they've got 6 turnovers. And that's a game for sometimes for the Lady Cardinals.
You're right. That's not really that much of an exaggeration.
Little motion offense now. And we're going to have a 3-second call, so there's going to be 7 turnovers now.
Coach Ewing's trying to keep it together here on the outside, but inside he's got to be just starting to really get a little frustrated with his team.
McHenry with a steal is going to force the held ball, and this one will result in a turnover and go to the Lady Cardinals.
That's good hustle.
The great thing about it is, and here's the thing about it, is, and it's a trademark of the Lady Cardinals, they're playing great defense, and when you play great defense, you can overcome mistakes that you made, but after a while, those things will even add up against teams that play great defense.
That's for sure.
Davenport for 3, no good. Rebound is controlled by the Phillies, and the Phillies try to go on the run, but instead have to slow it down.
I'll tell you what, it looked like Lady Cards were in pretty good position, but it just rimmed out long, and there was no chance on that offensive rebound.
3-pointer on the way. No good. They're going to knock one of those down in a minute, Tim, and that's really going to put the Lady Cardinals behind the 8 ball as far as momentum goes.
Crystal almost got knocked down herself there. She's going to
foul goes
check
against
her cobweb, shake the cobwebs out.
Foul goes against Blunt for the Phillies. 1 team foul now each for both teams, and checking into the game for the Lady Cardinals is Jordan Alexander, a 6'1 sophomore out of Dallas Skyline. She and Crystal Lyons were on the same high school team together.
Very aggressive line.
Lyons with the pull-up jumper gets it to fall, and Lyons so far with all 4 points for the Lady Cardinals, who take a 4-3 lead, and we'll see if that can trigger the Lady Cardinals now with some kind of momentum.
She's such instant offense. You mentioned it earlier. Her and Fowler, what a combination.
Ten seconds on the shot clock. Baseline runner, no good. Rebound controlled by McHenry. And we got a held ball. My goodness, we're setting a record for held balls tonight.
It looked like if Malaysia's able to keep that ball up, they teach you keep the ball up, not bring it down. And she kind of just got a little bit lackadaisical, brought it down, and they immediately tied her up.
Held ball goes to the Phillies. Deja Daniel, numbers 34, a freshman from Killeen, checks into the game for the Lady Cardinals. And Gerald likes to use her to give some physical presence. Oh, she walked and that wasn't called.
Got away with some steps on that one,
no
perhaps.
doubt.
Good defense. 5 seconds.
That's great defense. It is great defense, but she walked down there, so I guess Karma caught up with them, and they got the 5-second held ball.
Got her on the other end. I'll tell you this, Crystal Lyons has been the difference on both ends. I mean, defensively, spreading the ball around, 4 points in the game in less than 2 minutes of play. She's a spark plug tonight.
And 00 Angel Johnson has checked into the game now for the Lady Cardinals. So we'll see what this lineup can do for the Lady Cardinals. Lady Cardinals have got to get Naomi Davenport involved in the offense. So far, the Phillies have done a good job on her.
I was about to say the exact same thing. They're taking her out of the ball game thus far.
Alexander puts up the shot, knocks it down. Jordan Alexander with the 3.
Excellent job there from the sophomore out of Dallas.
Jordan's averaging 7.4 points a game. She's almost got half her average, Tim.
Nicely done.
I'm no math major, but
Lady Cards trying to separate here, but
big power move that time, and a great job by Aramiva.
Timeout coming here, and
we're going to have our media timeout with a 7-5 score for the Lady Cardinals. If you're just joining in, the Lady Cardinals got off to a shaky start. They've already turned the ball over by our count 7 times in this first quarter. They trailed early by .32, not any great degree, but the Lady Cardinals have played solid defense so far, and they lead now 7-5, and the big difference in the game has been Jordan Alexander just knocked down a 3-pointer to give the Lady Cardinals their 7 points of the game.
Let's talk about the difference in the huddles right now. Coach Kite probably encouraging his ladies, hey, we're right where we want to be. You look at the body language coach Ewing right now. He is, his face says it all. He's pretty livid on that sideline when he's talking to those girls.
He is, and I'm sure G's got it all under control there. He stays pretty level-headed and never lets his emotions get the best of him, but you do see a determination on his face, and they got a great game plan for tonight. It's just a matter of executing it, and like I said early on, they got everything they wanted because they had 4 breaks I know of, and I don't think they capitalized on any of the 3, and then really 3 of the times they turned the ball over. So
yeah, that you hit half of those points, you're going to have a nice start. But instead, Panola off to a good start for them. Cards, though, right back even here, up by 2. And Lions, I think, a big reason that the bleeding was stopped.
No doubt about it. And we've seen the Lady Cardinals be stuck in supposedly it looks to be neutral for the longest. And the next thing you look up, they've been on a 20-0 run or something like that. Not saying that's going to happen here, but I'm just saying that it has happened before. Alexander with the 3, knocks it down. Jordan Alexander for 3.
That play was drawn up in the huddle, and you talked about execution. You don't execute it any better than that. Working around that screen, stepped into it, knocked it down.
Lady Cardinals on the defensive end now. 3-pointer on the way, in and out, no good. Rebound controlled by Daniel. Here go the Lady Cardinals on the run. This is their preference. She gives it up to Lyons. Lyons banks it underneath to Deja Daniel, and there's contact made, and he goes out of bounds off Daniel. So there again, another break opportunity that the Lady Cardinals just don't capitalize on. And to give Panola some credit, they're there to make the play.
Some quick hands down there in the paint. I was about ready to count the basket, but Panola had something to say about that.
Lady Cardinals are getting the looks they normally get. It's just a matter of now cleaning some things up. Baseline drive, dished away. Two-handed jumpers up, no good. Rebound is controlled by the Phillies, and now it's taken by Angel Johnson for the Lady Cardinals. Lady Cardinals go on the run. Alexander puts up a 3, knocks it down. Jordan Alexander now with 3 3-pointers, and that's going to get a timeout called now by Eddie Kite. Going to ask, are we ever going to cover her? I'm sure
Number
that's his
24. Who's got 24? All 5 of you have her from now on.
Jordan with a quick 9 points. She's averaging 7.4 on the season. So, man, she's above her average already, and that's a good sign for the Lady Cardinals. And that was a forced 3-pointer. She didn't really get her body set or anything. She kind of forced it up there. But when you're feeling it as a shooter, you put it up.
I think she's in the zone. She's feeling it. I'm on fire. Get me the ball. And she just went up and launched it over the defender.
But Jordan Alexander's a player that Gerald Ewing has been talking about. She's finding some consistency in her game, and he's starting to see out of her what he wants to see, and he's certainly seeing that tonight.
For sure there, and Lady Card's going to work the defense here. I will say this, Panola's had good ball movement in the early going here. They're spreading the floor, making the defense work really hard.
The Lady Cardinals have really dominated the boards. Stepped out of bounds. Great job of Angel Johnson that time of playing such defense. It denied the baseline, and the Panola player had to step out of bounds. I believe that was Blunt that turned the ball over.
Yeah, Blunt forced out of bounds on that baseline. Just great defense there to not give up anything down low.
You just kind of sense that Jordan Alexander now has got the Lady Cardinals back up on their toes a little bit now, and they're starting to feel it a little bit more than they were. A little bit sluggish, so to speak, when the game got started.
Yeah, you look up, it's 8 points. With a chance to add to it here, but
there's another turnover. Phillies on the attack, working the ball around the perimeter. Not really a big 3-point shooting team. Tim coming into the game, they hadn't hit that many 3-pointers, to be honest with you. Their top 3-point shooter is Perry, number 3, with 30 on the season.
Yeah, that's really not their game, is it? They of the 81 points, they're trying to force off the turnovers, and they average 81.7, but not getting a lot of threes.
Fowler back in directing the offense. Lyons still on the floor, gets the ball, and she turns it over. That's 9 turnovers now in the first quarter for the Lady Cardinals.
Tell you what, that's just one of those. I don't remember a quarter like this
Well, look at it this way. You turn the ball over 9 times. Naomi Davenport hasn't scored a point yet, and you're up 13-5.
Yeah, you can live with that. You can see why Coach is able to keep it together over there. But yeah, they're wanting to clean up some things, and they're trying to jumpstart it. Ball almost scooted away from her there.
Was able to control it without getting a backcourt call by controlling the ball. Running jumper from the baseline is going to be a foul call. Only the second team foul against the Lady Cardinals. However, this will be a shooting foul. It goes against Angel Johnson. At the free throw line, it's going to be Ope, who's averaging 12.7 points on the season. She's from Nigeria. She's a freshman, a 5'8" freshman. Quite a few freshmen on that roster for the Phillies. First free throw attempt is no good.
Well, that's the second free throw they've missed here in the first quarter. Talked about this home court winning streak by the Lady Cards. You really need to knock them free throws down.
You got to maximize your point scoring opportunities.
Oh, she's smooth as silk. Look
Fowler
at her
with
go.
the drive, lays it up, gets it to go. Shaquila Fowler.
Broke her ankles out there with a crossover. Just excellent ball.
That's her game too. She's a great penetrator with the basketball. She knows where her teammate's going to be, so she can dish it off if she reads the defense incorrectly.
Excellent job from Fowler.
3-pointer on the way. This was way off the mark, controlled by Davenport. Lady Cardinals on the run. Looking to get Davenport going. Alexander for 3. Jordan Alexander now has 4 3-pointers and 12 points in the game for the Lady Cardinals.
Have I mentioned number 24 tonight? That's off the bench. Jordan is on fire.
4 3-pointers.
I was about to say, you might just cue that up and save your voice.
3-pointers missed, and the rebound is controlled by the Lady Cardinals. The Phillies, I should say, are getting 1-shot opportunities. So Shaquila Fowler knocks this one down, and that's going to prompt another timeout from Eddie Kopp, the Panola coach. As Tim, what do we say? The Lady Cardinals struggle. Naomi Davenport, no points. They've turned the ball over 9 times. They got a 20-6 lead. That translates to playing defense on this end and controlling the boards.
You look at the huddle. Last huddle, totally different. It's like, what are we doing out there? Who's guarding who? Cannot give this team open jump shots, especially someone who's hit 3 in our last conversation. We had this, and we're still talking about it.
As a team scoring, the Lady Cardinals aren't off to one of their best starts. But for Jordan Alexander, she's on her way to a career night.
Yeah, she's hit 12 points here in this first quarter of play. Cardinals up all of a sudden by 2 touchdowns, 20-6. That's the thing about this team.
Missing football season, are you, Tim?
That was for Coach Smiley and his staff over there, just in case. Yeah, those ladies, man. I mean, you look at it. We know not to panic about this team. There's no panic, obviously, but just little things that you see that they can get it to the next level, and when they're not hitting there, you just kind of frustrated for them.
Well, things they've done or haven't done in this case, the 9 turnovers and no points from your leading scorer, that would sink most teams.
Right.
But you see the depth of the bench because Jordan didn't start the game.
Yeah, and a lot of that was, hey, we're game planning. We're going to stop number 5. She's not going to, they're doing a great job on that. She's just got 4 other players. She's got to find a way to slow down, and she's not been denied here in the early going.
Less than a minute to go in the first quarter. Great job by Jordan Alexander on the steal. Gives the ball up to Fowler. Fowler gives it to Davenport. Davenport looking for her first point, still in the game.
Just being patient here, getting set up to swing her around the top.
Nice job by Jordan Alexander of spotting Leah Mathis underneath.
Boy, Coach Kite frustrated with the squad there. It's like right under the basket, guys. You gotta cover down low. Easier said than done, though. They've done a good job taking Davenport out, but
blocked by Leah Mathis.
You gotta account for that extra body.
And that's going to bring to an end the first quarter of play with the Lady Cardinals some way, somehow leading by a count of 22-6.
My goodness, how times change in a hurry.
I mean, we're talking 9 turnovers in that first quarter. by the Lady Cardinals, and yet they've got a 16-point lead, and that's without, oh, by the way, any points from Naomi Davenport.
Yeah, just trying to put that into quantify that whole thing. I mean, it's like things that make you go, how did that even happen?
It really is.
22-6 though, and the Lady Cardinals. Boy, that's scary when you can do that and find a way. I mean, if you're looking at film later, as the conference will do, they look at these games, they're like, okay, so they're doing a great job here and then like lightning, they're up and down the floor and put points up on you in a hurry.
And you look at it, Tim, you put up 22 points, and look how many points the Lady Cardinals actually left out there.
Yeah.
There's 9 times they turned the ball over. If they only score on half of those possessions, that's 8 more points. That's a 30-point quarter that you've got working for you.
Yeah, and then you figure in how many second chance points did they leave. They had a couple of opportunities there where 3 or 4 rebounds and 1 offensive set and could not get points.
But the thing that stands out to me the most is the defensive effort.
Oh, yeah.
You're playing great defense. Panola's got some good looks, actually, really, but Panola's getting 1 shot.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd also like to point out Naomi Davenport, mentioned one of the best players in the country. No points to show, but she's not taken out of the game on both ends. She's been rebounding, playing good hard-nosed defense, and you love to see that, especially from a star player, not getting down on herself and continuing to battle. The points will come.
Oh, no doubt about that. You're very, very astute to point that out because she is a complete ball player. You don't make first-team All-America just on your offensive stats.
That's for sure.
I'm sure the Lady Cardinals are going to work to try to free her up with some picks and stuff. And Naomi takes it all the way, lays it up, and comes up short with the shot. That's really, I think, her first shot, is it not?
Yeah, I think so. I think you're on to something there, right? And I thought that was a great move to try and just drive her, get her in the flow.
Jordan Alexander's going to be called for the foul there to be a shooting foul as she tried to deny the baseline, but he had made contact. And at the free throw line is going to be Denasia Watson out of Pittsburgh, Texas. It's not too far from here. By the way, what about that wind today here in Texas?
I'm telling you, it's been brutal out there.
First free throw attempt is good.
Just glad we were in the 70s with
yeah, no doubt. If that north wind, of course, we got fans around the country listening to us and, oh, come on, quit crying down there in Texas.
Oh, right.
Both free throw attempts are good by Watson. Been a while since the Phillies had scored. Lady Cardinals will look to get the ball inside Alexander, possibly swing it cross court to Lyons. Lyons tries the baseline, puts up the shot, a nice little one-handed shot. Very soft touch by Crystal Lyons with 6 points.
Excellent job, and I like that from Naomi. She's not forcing it. She's looking for the open man, knows she's not hot right now, and doesn't force the action. Sees the open person.
Bank shot, no good. Rebound controlled by Alexander. And we have a held ball. My gosh, we're going to set a record for held balls in this game.
Yeah, there's no shortage of held balls this evening.
And Jordan Alexander's going to get a breather here. Malaysia McHenry checks in for her, and a well-deserved breather, I might say, for Jordan Alexander, who kind of turned the complexion of this game around.
Really a strong showing there from the sophomore from Dallas. Jordan Alexander.
Keep in mind we'll have the Martins Mill BAM group performing for you at halftime. We will show that to you here on the Cardinal Sports Network. Do a little housekeeping, cleaning out on the floors, wiping up a wet spot.
Those Mustangs, boy, that building a Mustang, they know, they take that seriously. They usually sometime in March you'll see them down in Austin or San Antonio.
San Antonio, as the case may be.
Yeah.
You followed them a couple of times down there, haven't you?
Been down there, was there last year at the state championship again with them. They came up just a little short, but I think had 9 of the last 10 or maybe 10 of the last 11 years been at the state tournament. So.
Yeah, they've had some great teams there. And when you build that type of program, you get people when they're looking for a place to have for their kids to be an athlete, play basketball in this case. They look at the Martins Mill School District.
Yeah, some good stuff going on there.
Great inbounds play.
Oh, wow.
Comes up short of the shot, but the foul's going to be called on Shaquila Fowler. That's going to be her first, the team's second here in this second quarter. Of course, starting last year, after the 15 foul in each quarter in women's basketball, it's the double bonus, and then the foul count resets for the team at the end of the quarter. So anything that the Phillies are getting right now, Tim, is coming at the free throw line.
Telling you, that's another reason to pound it down low, try to work that ball.
And they missed that free throw, but they come away with the rebound, and there's a bucket this time by Karshikaya. Fowler dishes it off to McHenry. McHenry has a hard time finding the handle, and another turnover for the Lady Cardinals. You just got to be ready when you're on the floor for that ball. You just never know, especially when Shaquilla Fowler's distributing the basketball.
Yeah, she's lethal with the pass.
Another runner. This one's good by the Phillies. That one goes down by Amanda Cruz, and that's going to cause Gerald Ewing to call a timeout, which is going to be turned into a media timeout, as the Phillies have now crept back from 24 to 6-10. They've opened up with 7 straight points now to I take that back. It was 22 to 6 at the start of the quarter, but they've scored 7 points now early in this quarter.
Well, that's one of those little heartburn moments. I mean, you think back to where they got those points. There was an inbound underneath, a great vision, but threw the ball right in on the low post. Got a foul on that. Didn't actually contribute, the bucket because there was a foul, but 1 or 2. Then got the rebound of the other one, got a layup, and then a quick basket here. That's 5 of the 7. And you cringe a little bit because it's just a little bit of sleepwalking, not intentional, just kind of casually getting it done out there. And I think that's more than anything what coaches talk about right now.
You got to come in because you got to take. If you take away Jordan Alexander's 12 points, which I realize you can't because it's part of the game and stuff, but that's the reason the Lady Cardinals have that edge that they've got right now if you add it up.
Absolutely, and they have, that gave them some life back. You can see it as they hustled off the court.
And though you've got depth, you've got to get Naomi Davenport going just because, she's the heart and soul of the team, and the teams know that she's the scorer. And if a team's defending her like they are here, that gives them great confidence for the rest of the game.
That's a good point. Oh, nice take.
Lyons with a drive, gets it to fall. Lyons now with 8 points in the game. So the bulk of the Lady Cardinal scoring has come from the Dallas Skyline products on the Lady Cardinal team, Jordan Alexander and Crystal Lyons. Three-pointer up, no good. Rebound controlled by Daniel. She outlets to Davenport. Lady Cardinals have numbers here. They gives it up to Mills. Mills lays it up, and it's going to be just knocked out of bounds.
Boy, I was sitting there thinking the same thing. How did she get on? She just hit the ball. Great awareness, I guess. Got all ball.
Can we cue the music hammer time here?
Yikes.
Lady Cardinals get the ball in just ahead of the 5-second count. Mills gives it up to Lyons. Lyons gives it down low to Mathis. Mathis over to Daniel. Daniel's putting the ball on the floor down near the goal in traffic. And that just winds up being a bad scenario for the Lady Cardinals. Daniel not only was going to turn the ball over, but then she got a foul called. That's 3 team fouls now against the Lady Cardinals.
You almost look at that and say, I love the unselfishness, but boy, you take that shot right there. You got a pretty good look at it, but saw the open player underneath and try and get that pass off.
In the 20 years I coached little dribblers there in Malakoff, one of the hardest things to get your post kids to do is not to put the ball on the floor, to go up strong with it. There's that safety net of putting the ball on the floor. As we have now a 4th team foul called. This one's going to go on Daniel as well. That's going to be her second. It's going to be the 4th team. So from this point on, the Phillies, I should say, I'm going to call them Lady Phillies here sooner or later. The Phillies are shooting the rest of the way, Tim, with 7:31 left in this quarter.
Yeah, and the Cardinals are, finding themselves having to make a living or planting themselves outside the lanes. So lots of free throws going to be coming up here in the latter part of this quarter.
Ashley Murray checks into the game for the first time. She's a 6'3" sophomore out of Philadelphia who transferred in here from Iona College. Free throws are good. And the Lady Cardinals have a new lineup out on the floor now.
They've cut that lead that was 16 down to 11, so making a little bit of noise here in the second quarter. This is a good start for Panola.
Yeah, and plenty of time left here in the first half. Lyons gives it up to Davenport. Davenport with the drive. She lays it up and got it to fall. Naomi Davenport is now on the board. About 3 minutes into the second quarter. Davenport with a steal as she lays it up, and she is hammered, and this time a foul is called.
Boy, Naomi.
She is so active, and you pointed that out earlier, Tim, when she hadn't scored. It's not like she hadn't been contributing to the cause, because she does so many things away from the ball, and especially on the defensive end.
Yeah, she's the complete player, both ends of the floor. She's a good rebounder, and then she runs the floor so well. So many times she'll start that fast break and end it on the other side.
She misses the first free throw, and she's such a good ball handler that if you got in a situation where you needed a point guard, she could play that for you as well. She's very versatile.
Absolutely.
Got to hit her free throws, though. Lady Cardinals are shooting 70.9 on the season from the free throw line. Second one is good. So the Lady Cardinals build their lead to 29-15 at the 7:02 mark here on the Cardinal Sports Network. We're glad you joined us tonight.
Tough D here.
Oh, that was just a turnover waiting to happen there. Lyons puts it up. Can't get it to fall. Murray battling for the rebound. Can't get it. Johnson's there now on the defense. And the Phillies somehow come away with the ball.
Going back to that shot, I think Cristela was waiting for the contact, or the whistle from the contact.
That never came.
Yeah.
But the Phillies do turn it over on their trip to the offensive end, so it's back in possession of the Lady Cardinals as Fowler continues to direct the offense. You've got with her on the floor Mathis, Lyons, Murray, and Johnson. Naomi Davenport getting a breather at this point. Fowler for three. It's going to be no good. Rebound there is controlled by the Phillies. Aramiva controlled the rebound for the Phillies. Lady Cardinals have played pretty solid defense here so far in this one, as you would think, when they've only given up 15 points. And a bulk of those have come from the free throw line. This rebound is controlled. I was going to say it was controlled by Mathis, but not quite. But it's going to be a foul call against Blunt.
Yeah, and the Cards are really starting to, it's such an ebb and flow game. I mean, you look up and all of a sudden 14 points with the basketball now. So you can squash that comeback here and get it right back where it started this quarter with a basket here, or increase it with a three-pointer.
Lyons gives it back up to Fowler. Fowler to McHenry down low, but a great job of reading the Lady Cardinals by Watson, 12. She's had a very active game for the Phillies thus far. Shot is no good. Rebound is controlled by the Phillies. Finally getting a second shot opportunity. Three-pointer on the way, and she knocks it down. Amanda Cruz out of Brooklyn, New York. And that's why you get a little momentum back when you've been just smothered defensively.
Isn't that the truth? That's a big basket, because we were talking about going 16-3 the other way. Back to an 11-point lead for Trinity Valley.
Be interesting to see when Gerald Ewing brings Jordan Alexander back into the game. As there's another turnover for the Lady Cardinals. They are flat turning the ball over tonight, which is so uncharacteristic of the Lady Cardinal team. Usually if they got 9, their number's usually around 9 or 10 maybe a game, if that many.
I think they're at 11 right now unofficially. And boy, still a lot of time to go in the first half.
Another three-pointer on the way, knocks it down. At some point somebody's got to acknowledge that number 24 as Cruz has gotten hot, and that's going to cause Gerald Ewing to call a timeout as the Phillies have got back within 8 points.
I know normally we don't wear numbers here in the booth, but I want to be number 24 the rest of the broadcast tonight.
No doubt.
Both sides are hitting it and playing well. 29-21, just like that, a couple of threes, and down to an 8-point game.
Well, you have you have a double-digit lead and you're at home. You just can't let a team fight its way back in on your home floor. And if you go play a team on its floor and you get up double digits and they make the mini run at you, that's to be expected. But at home, you don't expect that to happen. And the Lady Cardinals have just got to clean things up a little bit on the offensive end. I still like what they're doing defensively, minus the last 2 possessions when they've turned Cruz loose for the three-pointers.
Yeah, and she's starting to feel it herself. We talked a little bit about Alexander, how she stepped up into that. She didn't necessarily have great control of that ball. She just took it and found herself gathering herself as she shot it and knocked it down 2 in a row. So she's on fire. Big lift for Panola.
Lady Cardinals on the attack. Lyons, pull-up jumper, knocks it down. She's money from that spot, Tim.
That is just a great spot on the floor for her. She hits that floater and makes it look like clockwork.
Crystal now has 10 points in the game. Of course, Jordan Alexander has 12 on 4 three-pointers. And we have a travel.
Good defense, forcing
And look who's coming back into the game.
Well, I wonder who. Yeah, she's definitely earned that trip. Jordan Alexander had 12 points in the first quarter. If you're just tuning in this evening.
Let's see if the Lady Cardinals look to get her back in the flow of the offense here. Got her posted up down low currently. Ten seconds on the shot clock.
Good defense.
Fowler with the jumper. Can't get it to fall, but there is Leah Mathis for the rebound. She can't save it.
Well, that was just hard-nosed defense from Panola all the way around the perimeter, and looked like the Lady Cards are going to get away with it with an offensive putback, but couldn't control it.
They've been just that close tonight offensively. I'm guessing 24 is going to draw some attention out top. Looked like a walk inside not called.
Good board from Alexander.
Lions on the attack, gives it up to Leah Mathis. Mathis up and in.
That's some nice footwork there from Leah Mathis.
4 points now for Leah Mathis off the assist from Crystal Lyons. That's going to go against Leah Mathis, and that's the Phillies are in the double bonus.
So that'll be Leah's second foul of the night.
See members of the Lady Cardinal softball team here tonight. They're already back on campus. Many of them are, or most of them are, I guess, by now, as they are under preparation for their first season with Kathleen and James Rodriguez as the head coaches. A lot of great things expected from the Lady Cardinal softball program this season.
Actually spoke with Coach Rodriguez yesterday afternoon. She said, you know what, we got back at it yesterday and getting things rolling here in the spring semester.
Second free throw attempt. The weather was like spring today. Perry puts up the second shot and she gets it to fall. The Lady Cardinals quickly go back on the attack as Davenport is now back into the game. Cross-court pass to Fowler. She gives it up to Naomi. And now Crystal Lyons is back in control of the offense. Pushing offense for the Lady Cardinals. 5 seconds on the shot clock.
It's the second possession in a row where the defense has not allowed them to get a good look at the basket.
Phillies have done a really good job, and there's 1 second left on the shot clock. I assume the Lady Cardinals are aware of that because otherwise it's going to be a turnover.
Yeah, they're going to have to probably do a catch and shoot.
Oh, no doubt. I don't think you can.
Oh, wow.
Shot clock violation.
Yeah, how does that ball get in there in that situation? you're sitting there thinking, okay, they're going to try something close to the basket. And almost had a shot at it 5 feet from the basket.
Coming up on 3 minutes to play here in this first half from Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym in this Region 14 Conference Women's game. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound by Naomi Davenport. Going to have a kick ball against the Phillies, so the ball will stay with the Lady Cardinals as Naomi goes down, gets up and shakes it off. A little pressure in the backcourt now from the Phillies, not so much just token, but they're just hanging pretty close to Naomi Davenport. Crystal Lyons tried to dish it off to Jordan Alexander, but she turns it over instead.
Good job there from Aramiva to keep from picking up that pivot.
Three-pointer off the side of the backboard. Shaquila Fowler controls the rebound. She's mauled at middle court. Wow. She gets it to Naomi Davenport. There's more mauling going on there. Johnson with the three-pointer. Angel Johnson with a three-pointer for the Lady Cardinals. In mercy, goodness, there was a lot of contact on that possession.
Yeah, a little rugby game broke out at Leon Spencer Court here. They're letting them play. Nice move.
That was a nice move behind the back.
Man, if she finishes that, of course, she's going to have a chance to hit 2 free throws.
Jordan Alexander with the personal foul. That's her second. Jordan's the leading scorer in the game for the Lady Cardinals with 12 points, all on three-pointers in the first quarter.
2:07 to go. It's important to finish this quarter strong for the Cards.
Free throw falls for the Phillies. They've shot a lot of free throws thus far in the game. At the free throw line is Anasis Rivera.
Don't look now, but Trinity Valley only has 14 points here in the second quarter of play.
Yeah, you like to be up between 22 and 25 would be your ideal. Well, your 30 would be your perfect number, but 22 to 25 is not unreasonable to expect. So the Lady Cardinals need to try to hit a surge here before the first half ends and go into the locker room with the momentum. Philly's got to clean up their free throw shooting act. They're about 50% tonight.
Isn't that the truth? Oh, Fowler.
Fowler with the drive, gives it up to McHenry. McHenry gets it to fall. Great job by Shaquila Fowler. That's the first points for McHenry.
Yeah, she came through the clutch there in traffic, knocks that one through.
Great job of McHenry anticipating the pass, stepping into the passing lane and coming up with a turnover. Lady Cardinals try to run it. Ooh. Looked like it went out of bounds off Angel Johnson, but I thought that she had been pushed. I thought there had been contact made, so I guess it evens out for the Lady Cardinals.
Something, so just out of bounds. Maybe didn't want to give anyone a foul because they're going for the ball per se, but not bad enough to give them a foul, but tough enough to.
Fowler gives it back to Lyons. Lyons to Davenport. Davenport to Johnson. Johnson with a running jumper. Got it, banks it in. I don't know if she called it or not, but it counts.
I heard her. She called it glass.
After it went in.
After it went in.
40-23. Lady Cardinals threatening to open it up here right before halftime. Up 17. Three-pointer on the way. This one's way short. The rebound goes out of bounds off of the Phillies.
So you talked about that spurt. They've now got 40 points in less than that's added it up in the last minute. They put about 4 points, trying to add to it here. Carry there.
Man, we have had our share of the turnovers tonight, both teams. But the Lady Cardinals are not used to turning the ball over this much.
Yeah, lots of turnovers here in this first half of play.
The second of a three-game homestand for the Lady Cardinals. They defeated Bossier Parish at home Saturday, 85-60. Play tonight and then play at home Saturday at 2 p.m. against Angelina in a game we will have for you here on the Cardinal Sports Network. Oh, a nice drive by Cruz to give it up to Karchikalia.
She's impressive. She's got a good shot, good control of the ball. Talk about court awareness. She had it there.
Well, without question, it hasn't been the cleanest first half for the Lady Cardinals, but they're going to be able to come out of it okay. That's the third team foul called on the Phillies now here in this second quarter. That's another thing. The Lady Cardinals have not been getting to the free throw line, and the Phillies have shot quite a few free throws here in this quarter alone.
Yeah, they've had free throws, I think, since about the 6.5 minute mark, 6:20 something.
Oh, very early in there. I think it was actually 7:02. So the 7:02 mark.
Wow. Yeah,
Lady Cardinals don't have to put up a shot, but they're going to put it up when they can get it to Crystal Lyons in that spot. So that's a great job by Fowler of getting the ball into Lyons. And now Lyons has 12 points to match Alexander for leading scoring honors for the Lady Cardinals. 10 seconds left in the half. That's a held ball. Yes, sir. That's a great call by this official on this side of the floor. I'm not sure the official that was blocked away was not going to call a foul, but she was overruled by the official on the side and closest to the Lady Cardinal bench. That was a great call right there.
I got 5 seconds to maybe put 2 more on them.
Lyons drives it up, puts it up, and it will not fall. And we're going to go to the halftime with the Lady Cardinals of Trinity Valley leading the Panola College Phillies 42-25.
I'll tell you what, just an excellent job there. They're up 17. They were up 16 at the end of one.
Yeah, and if you're looking at it from Panola perspective, we scored 19 points that quarter.
My goodness.
You know, because they had 6 after the first quarter. So
it didn't really put any difference into it.
No.
Gave up more. I love that shot. I don't know if anyone saw it going into the locker room. The coach Ewing took time just high-five all those Mustangs and shook a couple of hands. He's doing some recruiting out there, man. He's always looking for good players.
And now we're going to sit back with you and enjoy this BAM group from Martinsville Independent School District.
Ladies and gentlemen, building a Mustang or BAM.
Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym, ready for the second half of this women's contest in Region 14 tonight. The Lady Cardinals are up 42-25 over the Phillies. It was a close ball game early. The Lady Cardinals turned the ball over 9 times in the first quarter alone. And Naomi Davenport, the leading scorer, did not score in the first quarter, and yet the Lady Cardinals led 22-6 through all of that after one quarter. The second quarter was basically a standoff with the Lady Cardinals outscoring Panola 20-19. The Lady Cardinals are being led by Crystal Lyons and Jordan Alexander with 12 each. Jordan's points are all on three-pointers. And as I bring Tim Howard back in here, Tim, your thoughts on the first half?
You know, Paris has to be Panola has to be thinking a little bit of, man, we started out about as good as we can start, kept the Lady Cardinals down, and Crystal Alliance came in, jump-started them. Jordan had, you mentioned the 4 3-pointers. It just, and then you look up, it's a 17-point game like that. They put up Panola 19 points in the second quarter, but yet they gave up 20. So it's one of those difficult things to wrap your mind around if you're trying to win the battle of, can we really do this?
Yeah, and as we talked earlier, the Lady Cardinals typically come out and have a big first quarter and get that distance, and then if they have an off quarter or they get into a trading bucket type situation, you're okay because you're out of harm's way. Panola, we saw creep back in with an 8 a couple of times during that second quarter before the Lady Cardinals opened it up again late. Thank you for joining us here on the Cardinal Sports Network. Here we're coming to you from Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym in Athens, Texas, where it's been a windy couple of days here. And I think today, Tim, that wind was pretty steady at 25 or 30 miles per hour, and it was out of different directions. Just thank God neither of those directions was the north.
Absolutely. We're not out under 4 feet of snow like some of our friends.
No, they're definitely those situations too.
Yeah.
Well, we're less than a minute from getting the second half underway. Remind you, we will have the men's contest for you 20 minutes following this contest, as the Cardinals will be taking on the Blinn College Buccaneers tonight. And you got to win at home in this league, whether it's the women's league or the men's league. You've got to win at home and get what you can on the road. And the Cardinals are coming off a big 88-80 win on the road at Lee Monday night after having played a game here at men's gym.
Yeah.
Men's gym. It hasn't been men's gym in 10 years. Cardinal Gym.
Leon Spencer Court here at Cardinal Gym. And, when you think about what they were able to do there, winning on the road, they will play 4 ball games in 8 days, game 3. And what is this? Since Friday. So in 5 days, this will be their 3rd game in 5 days tonight. Should be a fun one. We'll look forward to it.
The Phillies are back out on the floor. The first possession will belong to them here as we start the second half. The Lady Cardinals are getting final instructions from Gerald Ewing, the 3rd-year head coach, and been at the college now 5 years, 63-8 as a head coach, and two national titles as an assistant coach for Elena Lovato.
What does Coach Kite say to his team at halftime? I mean, what are you, Coach, we did what we were aiming for.
Right, we battled, and sometimes you just realize, I think, as a coach that, other teams got more talent than you've got, and you think you're going to have to get a few breaks maybe to keep it close. And there's a great way to start, a baseline drive off from the wing by Lozano.
Keep battling. I guess that's the key, like you said.
That's the message, obviously.
Yeah. And they come out battling. Get the quick basket there.
42-27 to start the second half. Lyons dishes it out to Naomi Davenport. Shot is no good. Naomi hasn't hit an outside shot just yet. She's the leading three-point shooter on the team with 49.
Done a good job to keep her out of the offensive side of the game. Really only 2 points to show here in the first half of play.
Great job by Naomi Davenport of denying the drive, and the Phillies lost the ball out of bounds. Fortunately, it went off of Naomi, so they will keep possession. But a chance for the Phillies to pull within 13 here, and 12 if they were to knock down a 3. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound controlled far by Davenport. A lot of contact down low, no held ball. I think Naomi thought she should have gotten a whistle there. And nevertheless, the Phillies turned the turnover into points, and now the Lady Cardinals the lead has been cut to 13.
Lady Cards did do a better job in that second quarter of slowing down the turnovers, but right on cue. There's one there.
Opay just stripped Lyons of the ball. McHenry with the rebound, and the Lady Cardinals now on the run. They feed it off to Fowler. She's going to lay it up and can't get it to fall, but there's contact, and she will go to the free throw line.
Almost had the and one there, so to speak, but
that was a great job by Opay there against Lyons. You rarely see Crystal Lyons get picked like she did out there.
Yeah, it's a very impressive move there from Opay. So now stepping up to the free throw line with a 13-point lead, 8:17 to go here in the third.
Fowler averages 8.3 points. She has 4 points in the game, now 5. Lady Cardinals' first points of the second half. Coming to you live from Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym. Second free throw is good as well.
Nice job at the line.
Lady Cardinals, that's only their third free throw of the night. They've got 3 free throws so far in the game. Panola spent a large portion of the first half at the free throw line.
I was about to say that same thing. They made a living on it, didn't they? Second quarter.
Baseline jumper no good. McHenry pulls the rebound. Gets it over to Fowler, and the Lady Cardinals are on their way. Fowler does love to penetrate. Lions for 3. No good. Rebound goes to the Phillies. Quickly down the floor. They're going to be able to catch up with it. Nice job by the Phillies. Number 5, Ope.
Spectacular move from Ope. First of all, just to track that ball down, then to, in one move, up and good with the floater.
Lions takes it all the way, puts up the shot. She got fortunate there was a foul called. I'm not sure that was going to be a shot that was going to be successful for her.
Yeah, they kind of bailed her out a little bit there, but she drew the contact. Going to get a chance to go.
Foul was on Watson, number 12. Checking into the game is Dominic Mills for the Lady Cardinals. She's in there for Naomi Davenport.
They're about to.
They check that. She's in there for Crystal Lyons. I think Mills does. She runs the floor awfully well.
Working hard to deny a shot for Naomi.
Davenport for 3, no good. Rebound is controlled by Watson for the Phillies. Drive is up and no good. Rebound is controlled by McHenry. McHenry having a big game rebounding the ball. Great job by Mathis keeping the ball alive, giving it up to Fowler. Fowler lays it up and in.
Shaquila coming through with points there. Hustling down the floor. You know, when you hustle, it pays off. I mean,
absolutely.
you run the floor, you're gonna gain huge dividends.
Absolutely.
And that starts on the other end by getting that ball and getting it out quickly.
Phillies on the attack. 3-pointer on the way. Got it. Karchevkaya. 12-point game. Davenport gives it inside to Mathis. Mathis up and in. There's one of those little things that we talked about Naomi Davenport does for you.
Boy, excellent vision there and not forcing it. You know, just letting the game come to her. Okay, Leah's open. I'm going to give her a bullet pass down in the paint.
There's Naomi almost coming up with a steal there. Angel Johnson's going to check into the game for Mills. Gerald Ewing looking for that right combination out there to springboard the Lady Cardinals to build onto this lead.
He does a good job finding that mix. You know, it's one thing to sit here and talk about it, but to push the buttons, pull the pins to make it happen, that's a real art.
Foul is called away from the ball on Malaysia McHenry, number 15 for the Lady Cardinals. That's going to be her first personal foul, first team foul. And Crystal Lyons is going to check back into the game, as is Deja Daniel. McHenry and Fowler will go to the bench.
Putting on that mad scientist coat, trying to mix the potion here and figure out, get a little this, a little that. We'll find the routine here before we're done, the rhythm.
Nice shot by Karshevkaya. She's had the hot hand for the Phillies here in the second half.
Really has.
She now has 9 points on the game.
Karshevkaya. Soft touch for the.
No doubt a foul there as number 11, Losorno, I apologize for that.
An offensive foul.
An offensive foul. Wow, I didn't see that.
Not sure if they caught her on the inside with the elbow, but looked like the elbow wasn't ever extended because she ended up being the pavement.
Phillies in control of the basketball. Baseline drive, lays it up, can't get it to fall. Going to be a foul called. Phillies done a really great job of attacking tonight.
Yeah, always in attack mode, seems like, especially with number 24 there, Cruz. She's got a real heady game, quick to the basket. Oh, sorry, that was actually.
Loresano was going to the free throw line with averaging 9.7 on the season. And the Phillies have not helped themselves at all from the free throw line in this game.
Yeah, you're flirting around with a 12-point game here. You hit half the free throws, you're right back in this thing. Missed 2 there.
See, the Lady Cardinals had 42 points at halftime, so they only got 6 points on the board here in the second half, in the third quarter. Davenport with a pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound is controlled by the Lions. Line puts it up and in, and will go to the free throw line for the and one.
Nice presence from Crystal Lyons.
Crystal now has 14 points. She's the leading scorer for the Lady Cardinals and has a chance to build on that here at the free throw line. Free throw is good. Lady Cardinals now have four free throws in the game, not many.
Nice
Great job by Angel Johnsons. Misses the layup.
Cruz did a good job to get back there, forced her to take a tough shot.
Nice job that time by Rivera.
There's some contact.
Man, they've got to call some of that contact at some point.
Yeah, I was going to say there's a lot of.
Panola's really come up with aggressive defense against the ball tonight, and it's played into their hands because it's not being closely called by the officials.
Yeah, they're letting them play a lot out here. Davenport is still working hard out there, and you know, at this point in the game, she's got 2 to show. That's so unlike her. So, you got to be careful not to fall into a forcing. She hasn't done that. She's been just a complete team player and looking with open eyes at everyone on the floor. See if I can get her going here.
They're really playing aggressive against Crystal Alliance tonight, not giving her some freedom that she normally has while directing the Lady Cardinal offense.
You almost hate to see that one called. She had already freed herself and is heading to the basket.
It's timeout on the floor, media timeout at the 4:41 mark. The Lady Cardinals leading by a 51-38 count. The Lady Cardinals led 22-6 after the first quarter and 42-25 at the half.
Well, we mentioned the turnovers. Just the first quarter, there were 9. And then had 12 at the break and 2 here in the third. So they've done a better job of that. And, you know, you look at the point production. Still got 51 points here and up by 51-38.
Lady Cardinals really haven't found an offensive rhythm, as crazy as that may sound, with 51 points on the board.
Yeah.
There's been no fluidity to it. They've been a blue-collar type team and worked hard to get some points tonight. And they've played pretty solid defense for the most part. They've had a couple of 2 or 3 lapses there in the second quarter, however.
Yeah, and the one, I think, missing ingredient to really see this thing really blow up is if Naomi Davenport gets hot.
That's
you know,
the thing.
She can do it in a hurry.
That's the thing, yeah.
And you just see her start lighting it up. I think one of the things that we've seen, though, Coach Eddie Kite has said, hey, we're going to take her out of the game. We're going to keep her out of the game and make the other 10 players beat us.
They definitely have it. I mean, it's something the Lady Cardinals are going to see the rest of the way, too.
Yeah.
Not all teams are necessarily equipped able to do that because Panola has some really nice defenders on their team.
Yeah, they've really made her work for it. But I can't stress it enough how Davenport's just been the complete player as always. Not, you know, they've needed her in the paint. They've needed her on those boards. They've needed her vision, and even more so, not forcing it.
Lions with the free throw attempt. This one does not fall. Lady Cardinals are shooting 70.9 from the line coming into tonight's game. And she gets that one to fall now. Crystal now with 16 points, which is a game high.
She can fill it up, man. I mean, she just the complete player herself, all over the floor. Kind of that perennial point guard.
Yeah, very tough, too, for being no bigger than she is. Jump ball, and that's another good call. Naomi Davenport. See, Naomi Davenport forced that turnover, Tim, just by reaching in and grabbing the ball for a held ball. Very smart.
I could hear Coach, I know you didn't probably see him, but he's like, you can't see that. You're standing right by me. You could not see that.
You know,
I thought I could see it from here,
but
too.
either way, I'd rather see the officials err on the side of the held ball as opposed to foul.
Yeah, especially in a little ticky-tack reach, as much contact has been allowed to be played tonight. Moving in on a record for held balls, though, tonight.
Got a hand check, so that's going to send Naomi. No, it won't not send her to the. That'll send her to the free throw line for 2. The Lady Cardinals are shooting in the double bonus.
That's one way to kind of get a player on track and get her at the free throw line. So I like that.
Well, you could see Naomi measuring the defender, and it was just a matter of when she was going to make the move, not if she was going to make the move. She gets this free throw to fall. Just her 4th point in the game, but she's done some other things tonight that have been really nice for the Lady Cardinals. Hasn't let the fact that she's not scoring affect her game.
Now gets that 5th point of the night to match her 5 on the jersey.
54-38. Very nice job by Cruz with driving and getting off. Randy Cotton was called a timeout. 54-40. This team kind of keeps hanging around that double-digit mark there, Tim, and you know you'd like to get it down to single digits going into the 4th quarter, then fire every shot you got in your gun.
Absolutely, and I, looking into that huddle, you just glad they scored before that timeout because he's lit up about something with that ball movement. They're going to go ahead and take a full timeout here. But, yeah, 54-40, Lady Cards up 14. And, you know, this Panola team's been hanging around the verge all evening long.
The thing you have to realize is, or try to figure out is, does Panola have a run in them? They don't seem like they're built that way, but again, obviously if they get some defensive turnovers, those can turn into transition points, and you don't have to really be built a certain way.
And like you said, they're not really a 3-point juggernaut kind of team. They don't hit, they shoot well, 36%, but the leading player with only 30 on the season. So they don't take a lot of them, but when they do, they're hitting a third of them.
So here we are in the 3rd quarter here at Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym, coming out of a media timeout with 3:52 left in the quarter. Lady Cardinals have been outscored in this quarter 15-12. Again, like I said, we've seen that out of the Lady Cardinals some this year. They build that substantial lead after the 1st quarter and then just kind of hang on, not necessarily hang on, but be content with trading buckets. Now, Gerald Ewing's not content with that, but that the players on the floor sometimes kind of fall into that type of rhythm or routine, if you will.
It's hard not to fall into that sometimes. Just got to really guard against that.
Johnson takes it strong to the hoop, dishes it off to Ashley Murray. Murray is fouled, so Murray will go to the free throw line. That was a great job that time by Johnson, Fowler, and then finally by Murray. Murray is yet to score in the game.
One, to be able to see her. 2, to actually execute that pass in traffic like that. Good job.
Free throw is in and out. Neither team is setting it on fire from the free throw line tonight. The Lady Cardinals haven't shot that many. Watson back into the game for the Phillies, giving Wynn a breather. This free throw attempt is short.
Had
a lane violation, yeah.
Little things like that are keeping this Panola team around. Missed a free throw and would have missed 2.
Lady Cardinals maintaining the defensive pressure.
That's one thing about it. They've done a great job playing that D tonight. Only 40 points here. Baseline.
They called that against Naomi. I saw a little elbow going too on the behalf of the Panola player, but no, Naomi is called for the foul, and that's just going to be her first, team 4th. So the Phillies will shoot on the next foul. Looked like there were some steps there, but instead they're going to get credit for a bucket.
I was just going to see if she wanted me to help her with her luggage. That's the only question I had. A little bit of traveling.
Foul's going to be called on the Phillies number 5 with the block. Opay. It's going to send Ashley Murray to the free throw line, and she missed 2 free throws earlier. So she needs to shore that up here because every point will add up, of course. The Phillies just knocking on being back in the game, and Murray gets this one to fall. 2:52 left here in the third quarter. We will have the men's game against Blinn for you tonight, 20 minutes after the conclusion of this women's game.
Big believer in starting and finishing quarters strong. And last 3 minutes of this one, you really want to capitalize, and they get 2 free throws there. Make a nice run here to finish this third quarter off.
Pressure defense in the backcourt. And Shaquila's going to be called for that foul, and that's going to be her second. And it will be a shooting foul as double bonus for the Phillies. So this is coming at a great time for the Phillies because you get that foul called and you don't burn any time off the clock and you get a chance to whittle into the lead.
And we were talking about how few free throws or how few fouls had been called earlier in this ballgame. Then it seemed like all of a sudden it comes to a grinding halt here. So
fortunately, there's just 2:49 left in the quarter. They hit both free throws this time. We're back to a 12-point Lady Cardinal lead.
That'll be the 9th point of the ballgame.
Naomi actually directing the offense here.
Give and go.
Davenport for 3.
There you go.
Naomi Davenport for 3.
Boy, she knocked that down in rhythm, too. Wheeled around off that screen down low and set up.
A new look by the Lady Cardinal offense that time. New to this game, anyway.
Gives her 8 points in the contest.
Davenport with the rebound. Going to be fouled as she tries to push the ball down the floor. Naomi's been down the floor quite a bit tonight.
Trying to get some help up off the floor there and almost dislocated her shoulder. And thank you for the sportsmanship. let me get up on my own.
She will go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Big smile on her face. Good sportsmanship from both players out there. You love seeing that, actually.
Davenport with 8 points, as Tim mentioned, looking to get into double digits here at the free throw line. Gets the first one to fall. So a quiet scoring night, an active night otherwise, but she's now suddenly has a chance to be in double digits. She's coming off 29 and 23-point performances for the Lady Cardinals.
And that's what she's able to do, just a real score. Miss there, quick hands.
Murray with the jumper, can't get it to fall. Fowler in there battling for the rebound, but it's controlled by Riviera. Baseline drive, no good, gonna get a foul call. I think this is gonna go against Ashley Murray.
Yeah, I think Murray got called for the block down low. Blocking foul.
Minute 46 left in the third quarter here at Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym. You're looking in on the Cardinal Sports Network, and we do appreciate it. Free throw attempt is no good. Opay averages 12.7 points on the season.
Yeah, those free throws are starting to mount up for Panola. I mean,
she's currently got 9 points in the game.
They've left a lot of points out on the table at that free throw line.
Gets this one to fall. Phillies with a steal. That's Watson. Puts it up and in. Made their defense pay off for them there. They're really attacking the ball out in the point position tonight.
They need to stop here. Lady Cards need to find some offensive rhythm here.
Otherwise, Phillies are going to go into the fourth quarter with some momentum. Alexander takes it the distance off the pass from Fowler. She's going to draw the foul, going to have to earn the points at the free throw line.
Yeah, a couple of free throws coming here. Coach Kite's over here thinking, man, we're right here at the cut this thing to double digits going in the fourth, you know, and then you get a foul like that.
Yeah, see, it seems like the Lady Cardinals have been off this quarter, but yet they've got 18 points on the board.
It's amazing. They just, like you mentioned, I think you described Naomi with a quiet night, you know, and they're having a quiet quarter. Now 19 points here in the third.
Alexander gets the first free throw to fall. She now has 13 points, averages 7.4 on the season, so she has had a better night tonight. So did they credit the point? Yes, the free throw does count.
And now they'll get Leah Mathis in the ball game here.
Leah had a really nice game on Saturday. I had her with 4 block shots. She might have got a piece of a couple others, but I wasn't sure about it. But the Lady Cardinals jumped off to a fast start against Bossier Parish and then just played pretty even the rest of the way, but winning by 25 points.
That's what this team can do to you. Just get that 25-point lead on you, just spread you in a hurry. Up 15 now. Oh, boy.
That's Olay defense there. You just let them turn them loose.
Olay.
Lyons takes it all the way, up and in. Crystal Lyons now with 18 points.
Now, Crystal is sitting there thinking, no one's going to pick me up. And where you at? Okay, I'll take it to the hole.
Off the deflected rebound, get the points for Riviera. Lady Cardinals went to sleep there.
Had an excellent block out on that one side, but slipped in unaware on the other. Easy bucket. I was about to say there's about a 3-second difference on the shot clock and the game clock, but doesn't matter now.
No, it doesn't. And Panola, you can play for one shot, try to get within 13, maybe possibly 12 going into the fourth quarter and take your chances there. But you see the Lady Cardinals are trying everywhere in the world to get Naomi Davenport more active and involved in the offense. That time Leah tried to set a pick for her and got called for the block. You want to defend the 3 here for the Lady Cardinals.
Quick step.
Crystal Lyons is going to be called for the foul, and that's going to obviously put the Phillies to the free throw line for 2. Tell you, when they went to 4 quarters in women's basketball, it just kind of changed the whole feel for the game. You know, those 20-minute halves, you could get on those runs,
right?
And but now you got all those stoppages built in. And when you throw in immediate timeouts that seem like they take forever, there's a lot of stoppage in action in women's basketball now.
And if you're exactly right, that momentum that you build off of, like snowball coming downhill, I mean, you're going to have a built-in break here. You don't have to burn your own timeouts.
Second free throw attempt is good. Lady Cardinals can get a last shot off here, 4.5 seconds. And the Lady Cardinals just run out the clock, and they are going to be up 64-51 after 3 quarters. Lady Cardinals did put up 22 points in that quarter, Tim. It didn't really seem like it, but they did, and surrendered 16 to the Phillies. So that's where we stand right now, 64-51. After 3 here at Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym.
That was a good quarter there for Panola. They're putting some points up. They got a long way to go though. When you look at that, as they're trail 13 going into the fourth.
Well, yeah, and that's the task at hand now. You're on the road. You've stayed within striking distance here on the road against a team that's won 85 straight home games. Now you got to go do something about it. You're just down 13. You want to get that good possession to start the second half and then work on it from there. But I really like a lot of things that Panola's done defensively tonight, in addition to what they've done on offense and how they've really attacked the ball.
And do you think that the game plan can change any at all on Naomi? Are they going to be content that, we got to keep her from really lighting up? She's got 9 points here, but she's done a great job to have awareness, court awareness, to find the open man. And I think, quite honestly, at this point, you've got to continue to defend her, but maybe step off a little bit and make her not have such an awareness of other open players, and make her get hot now in the fourth quarter, which is not hard for her to do.
Absolutely not. Lady Cardinals will start with Mills, 22, Lyons 1, Fowler 11, Alexander 24, and Mathis 23 to start the fourth and final quarter from Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym. Lady Cardinals up 64 to 51. Phillies are content with burning some clock here. They're looking for that perfect shot. Try to get a drive from number 5. They get it up and in. Great job of execution by the Phillies. Ope averaging 12.7 points, and she's now got 14 in the game.
Good take from
Mills
Ope.
takes it all the way, dishes it off to Alexander. Great job by Mills. Jordan Alexander now with 16 points in the game.
Yeah, Jordan looked like, man, this is warm-ups here. They're shooting it off the glass right there. Nobody within 5 feet of her.
Mercy, it looks like there's steps being taken there, but that's just me. Foul is going to be called on the Lady Cardinals, Crystal Lyons. That's going to be her second. That's going to send Ope to the free throw line. She already has 14 points, which is better than her 12.7 average.
Yeah, she's playing well tonight against Trinity Valley and doing so on the road. They're going to need her down the stretch for sure.
Free throw attempt is good. Phillies are starting to nail some of those more free throws on a more consistent basis now this in the second half. Lady Cardinals need to find that little spurt here just to go ahead and kind of get this thing in a more comfort range for them. It's really hard against a Phillies team that's playing very aggressive defensively. That's badly missed there. It looked like you shooting, Tim.
Yeah, that was me shooting. I somehow found myself at the free throw line. Boy, that got away from her.
9 minutes, coming up on 9 minutes to go in the game. The Lady Cardinals holding a 12-point lead. They led 42 to 25 at the half. Good job by Jordan Alexander of setting the pick. Got plowed into.
Yeah, she's still trying to catch her breath. Got a smile on her face as she's checking ribs for damage down there.
Both teams have one team foul here in the fourth quarter, just underway inside the first minute.
I'd love to see Trinity Valley get out to a nice burst here.
Leah tried to bounce pass to Crystal cutting the back door, and the ball says out of bounds, but it goes off Panola, and the ball will stay with the Lady Cardinals. Wow.
That was close to that 5, wasn't it?
Foul's going to go against Dominic Mills, number 22. That's just not a good look for the Lady Cardinals down there. And they struggled to inbounds the ball, and then they tried to force up a shot. Wound up turning the ball over via a foul. Big trip for the Phillies. They got a chance to get within 10, possibly 9 here on this trip. Turnover by the Phillies.
Ope looked like she was content to go even though it wasn't necessarily there. Tried to force it and then was in no man's land and had to pass it out. Forced turnover.
Lady Cardinals need to get a good possession here. You want to get back into a positive frame of mind, get that good shot. Great job of feeding Alexander. She throws it to Mathis and passes it to Mathis, I should say, and Lady Cardinals turn the ball over. It ain't been a work of art tonight.
A lot of that has to do with that hard-nosed D that Panola continues to bring, but usually Trinity Valley has an answer for that. They've never really.
Well, short of Jordan Alexander in the first quarter, they haven't got anybody hot offensively.
Yeah.
Everything else has just kind of been a blue-collar type effort.
Yeah, they've earned this one tonight, fighting their way back.
They're mugging Crystal there. Whistle was finally blown for the foul.
Yeah, she did a great job just to keep the ball alive. Looked like she was hit a couple of times before that whistle ever came. But
I mean, I know it's a 12-point deficit, but still, if you're Panola, you've got to feel pretty good about where you're at in the sense that you're on the road.
Yep.
And you're playing the Lady Cardinals within barely double digits right now.
Still in this thing here.
The Phillies have done a great job defensively.
I'll tell you,
And they turn it over.
this is a blueprint, I think, if you're looking at what you got to try and do against them.
Lady Cardinals slow getting down the floor. It's a 10-point ball game, 66-56 at the 7:23 mark. Shaquila just made her mind up. She was going to take that one the distance, and she draws the foul, and Leah Mathis took a shot to the head, it looks like, and Deja Daniels going to check into the game.
Looks like Naomi's about to come in as well down here.
Yeah, that's the thing here the rest of the way. You've got to get the ball in Naomi's hands and let her create if she doesn't have the outside shot, and chances are she's not going to, because Panola's done a really good job of that tonight of defending Naomi from the outside.
So she'll come in for Fowler, looks like, after the free throw.
Lady Cardinals are trying to win for an 86th straight time here at Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym on a streak that began back on January 13th in 2010.
Little housekeeping, so to speak, as
Floor
I get that wet spot up.
There you go. Fowler needs to hit the free throws. And she gets the first one to fall. Shaquila now with 9 points in the game. Deja Daniel checks in for Leah. Deja's one of the players that Gerald Ewing's been waiting to become the physical force and presence inside for the Lady Cardinals that they really need, kind of like a Jasmine Spears was.
You still have flashbacks seeing Jasmine clearing it out down there. Here comes Naomi into the ball game for Fowler.
So now you're left with Mills, Lyons, Davenport, Daniel, and Alexander on the floor for the Lady Cardinals. 68-56. Just don't let them spot up and take the three. Panola's done a really good job of attacking the rebounds tonight as Jordan Alexander quickly down the floor for the layup.
Good job running the floor.
Jordan now with 18 points to lead the Lady Cardinals.
Absolutely.
You want to make your defense pay off while you're here and maybe create another easy scoring opportunity.
They're so good at that. They really are.
Nice job by the Phillies of getting the easy jumper from the baseline by Aramiva. Lyons takes it all the way, puts it up, and draws the foul. She's so hard to defend when she makes her mind up that she's going to go with it.
Cat-like quickness, just gets to the glass so quick. Explosive young lady.
Lady Cardinals just haven't shot the ball that well tonight from the outside. Shorts save Jordan Alexander. She's the only one. That free throw attempt is short. Crystal's usually a better free throw shooter than that. She's got 18 points in the game that matches her Dallas Skyline teammate and classmate with 18 points. Angel Johnson checks into the game for Dominic Mills. Need to make all these free throws just to keep yourself out of any tension.
Absolutely.
She gets that with a foul. Now she has 19 points in the game. Phillies with 14 fouls. The Lady Cardinals with 2. There's a turnover and Lyons on the run. She'll take this one the distance. She lays it up and gets it to fall and going to go to the free throw line.
I don't think we can appreciate just how fast she is. Until you see someone sprinting without the ball and she's getting to the basket before them. It's amazing what she's able to do.
Of course, Chris was really tough. We saw her last year at the national championship game take 2 hard spills, and you think she's not going to get up from this one. And she got up each time and performed as you expect Crystal to perform for the Lady Cardinals. Chance to complete the 3-point play. And she gets it to fall. She now has 22 points in the ball game.
And that's off the bench tonight. Remember, she didn't get the start tonight. Just working a different look and getting in immediately, and she was definitely the difference to get this offense back on track.
She had 12 points in the first half. Rebound to Daniel. I'm very impressed with the way that Panola does not surrender the rebound easily. Fowler drives, can't get it, then Deja Daniels going to be called for on the back on that one. If I saw it, you know it was a foul.
Yeah, they have, going back to that point about making you work for the rebounds, nothing easy in the paint tonight for the Lady Cardinals.
Yeah, I've just been very impressed with the aggressiveness that the Phillies have shown on the defensive boards. They haven't come down with the rebounds necessarily, but they are, the offensive boards, I should say, but they really force the Lady Cardinals to don't let them get a good outlet, clean out.
I was about to say, it keeps you from getting those fast break points for sure, getting it out quickly in the open floor.
Held ball number 535 in this game.
Is it only 535? I thought there were more than 535 in this ball game. Seems like it, doesn't it?
It really does. 5:30 left in this one. Lady Cardinals in control, 74-58, but it's been a great effort by the Phillies. Lady Cardinals will be at home Saturday against Angelina. Little handoff to Davenport, and Naomi lays it up and in.
Davenport creating there. Got the ball from the pick.
She has 11 points now. 18-point Lady Cardinal lead. Nice shot off the glass. Naomi directing the offense. Davenport for three, no. Rebound goes out to Davenport, a fresh 30 on the shot clock. The Lady Cardinals will be content with taking some time.
Nice tap back from Shaquila. Didn't think she was going to be able to get there, but got enough on it to knock it to Naomi.
Fowler with the drive, lays it up, can't get it to fall. Rebound's controlled by the Phillies. Shot's no good. Rebound is controlled by Daniel. She outlets to Davenport. I think Eddie Kite thought there should have been a foul called against the Lady Cardinals there. Davenport for three, no good. Rebound's going to go to the Phillies, and they're on the run again. Under 4 minutes left in this one.
Well, that would have been a huge one there. Push the 19.
Three-pointer. No good. Rebound's controlled by Angel Johnson. Now the Lady Cardinals have numbers 2-on-1. Johnson to McHenry. McHenry lays it up. Can't get it to fall. Battling for the rebound and controlling is Angel Johnson. She gives it back out front to Fowler, and the Lady Cardinals will reset. Great job, a great effort that time by the Lady Cardinals.
Yeah, there's a lot of tired legs out on that floor right now, both sides. As fortunately, Cards can set it up.
Davenport lays it up. Can't get it to fall. Davenport with a rebound and the putback. Gets it to fall.
Muscled that one home. Great job from Naomi.
13 points now for Davenport. 78-60, coming up on the 3-minute mark. You'd think that the Phillies might start looking to knock down some threes here. You kind of have to start making the most of each possession. There was a three, not controlled. Deja Daniels did a great job of going straight up that time and coming down with the rebound.
Absolutely.
Davenport gives it up to McHenry inside, but Naomi Malaysia, I should say, not quite ready for the pass. Johnson for three, can't get it to fall, and the rebound's controlled by the Phillies, and they're running, and they're going to throw it out of bounds.
Yeah, that stoppage of play couldn't come soon enough for some of the ladies on the way out there. Boy, I was tired for them, and I'm just watching.
So with 2:41 left, we're in a media timeout with the Lady Cardinals having built their lead to 78-60. They led at halftime by 17, 42-25.
Now, I'm telling you, the Cards and Lady Cards here, quiet 78 points, though. I mean, you look around and you think back, this ball game started, and it was such a slow start. Uncharacteristic, we talk about fast start.
Yeah, they haven't scored in bunches like we see them. They'll have maybe a 6-point spurt, but that's kind of the end of it. And Panola's doing such a great job defensively and certainly battling the boards that is not letting the Lady Cardinals have as many transition points as we're used to seeing from them.
Yeah, it's been a different kind of game. And you go back and as you're looking at the Panola bench over there, you got to be thinking, what's really the recipe here? I mean, the hard-nosed defense got to have that. Then at the same time, you got to put the points up, because as good as defensive effort as they've shown, Lady Cards still have 78 at the end of the night.
Well, they do, and there's 2:41 left, so anything can happen. But if you're Eddie Kyle, you can't feel that disappointed in your team's effort. I mean, no coach is ever happy, certainly with a loss, but I mean, they did a lot of things well tonight.
Yeah, they have, and when it's all said and done, the Cards coming in averaging 79. They're 2.5 minutes away from getting back up to over their average. Here's a good drive.
McHenry lowers her shoulder and is going to be called for the charge.
Yeah, she lowered the boom there down low.
I'm not so sure she didn't get away with a couple of steps there before the foul was called, too. So that's the 4th team foul against the Lady Cardinals. So the Lady Cardinals have done a better job this quarter of keeping Panola out of the bonus this long and deep into the quarter.
Absolutely, they've improved on that, and
more housekeeping down on the Cardinals' end of the floor.
You'll see. I may need to see if we can come to my house and do some housekeeping. My wife's listening. That was a joke. That was just called trying to go for a joke. She keeps me plenty busy keeping the house, if you want to know the truth.
She knows the truth.
She got me on the leash.
Back to play here. 2:25 and counting to go in the contest. Lady Cardinals up 78-60. But appear to be on their way to their 86th straight home win, and there's a travel out front. That in tennis, that's an unforced error because there was no defense out there on her.
Yeah, it's one of those shuffle steps, and why you've got no one on you, just trying to create.
So Lyons brings the ball to the offensive end. The Lady Cardinals looking to close this one out, coming up on the 2-minute mark. Lyons cross court to Monique Mills, and she puts the 3 up, can't get it to fall. Monique's the twin sister of Dominique. 3-pointer on the, I thought she was going to pull the trigger. Wanted to pull the trigger. Going to need to pull the trigger.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's probably the best opportunity now in this possession. You gave everybody time to kind of get back and get set.
Rebound's going to go to the Phillies, and they've got a fresh 30 on the shot clock. Not that they need to score points in bunches. There's a nice backdoor feed to number 11, Lorenzo. Mills gives it up inside to Malaysia McHenry, and it's another held ball, and this one's going to go in the direction of the favor, I should say, of the Phillies with 1:16 left, 78-62.
5:36 if you're keeping track. Oh, sorry, that was a joke while ago. The 5:35. Okay.
And it seems like that many.
Well, must not have been her shot there.
Get the ball down low, posting up, back out to the outside. 3-pointer on the way.
Good shot.
Got it. 3-pointer on the way. Watson with the 3-pointer.
Good shot there from Watson.
78-65. So the Phillies are going to have enough to look forward to when the Lady Cardinals come down to their place to think they've got a shot at knocking off the Lady Cardinals. They've managed to battle closely here at Leon Spencer Court at Cardinal Gym. 3-pointer on the way by McHenry. I don't know if she called it, but she knocked it down.
By the look of her eyes, I don't think she, or her eyebrows, I don't think she called it.
81-65 Lady Cardinals.
Eyebrows went straight up, like, whoa.
There's McHenry now with the steal. Lady Cardinals can dribble it out if they so choose, and generally they will do that.
Yeah, they've now put up 2 more points than the season average at 79. Got 81 tonight.
And that's going to be the ball game with the Lady Cardinals scoring an 81-65 win over Panola for their 86 straight home wins. The streak began back on January 13th in 2010, We will wrap it up here by breaking down the leading scores for the Lady Cardinals. Crystal Alliance had 22 in the game to lead all scorers. Jordan Alexander had 18 on the strength of 4 3-pointers in the first half. Angel Johnson finished with 5, Ashley Murray with 2, Naomi Davenport with 13, Shaquila Fowler with 10, Malaysia McHenry with 5, and Leah Mathis with 6. So the Lady Cardinals, Tim, stretched their record to 14-2 overall, 6-0 in the conference. Panola fell to 12-4 on the season and 3-3 in conference. The Lady Cardinals will be at home Saturday at 2 against Angelina in a game we will have for you here on the Cardinal Sports Network. So final thoughts from you, Tim, on this women's game.
Good complete win overall, battling, finding different weapons in the arsenal, so to speak, and great job when your top scorer is not really that active in the offense. But as we said all broadcasts on, she had a complete game and played defensively, rebounding, forcing the fast breaks. Great job by the Cardinal team tonight.
That's going to wrap it up for the women's game. Again, your final score was the Lady Cardinals winning by a count of 81-65. We will have the men's game against Blinn coming to you here shortly in about 20 minutes. So we'll ask you to stand by on the Cardinal Sports Network, and we're going to step away for a moment or two.